Proclamation Project Part 6. Alma, the prophet, had a prodigal son. This son often disobeyed the laws of the land, his parents, and God. He often went about trying to convince people that the church wasn't true and that there was no God. This pained Alma the senior greatly, as he watched his son break commandments and abandon their family. Many families all over the world are plagued with the same struggles as Alma the senior. Parents who struggle with wayward children wonder if it was something they had done wrong. However, God assures them that when a seal is put upon the father and mother, it secures their posterity so that they cannot be lost, but will be saved by virtue of the covenant of their father and mother. Alma the younger was struck down by an angel of God to repent of his wicked ways. Although God does not always send angels, Christ is still going after the lost sheep. Temples bind families together through the eternities. Although children and other family members may be making unwise choices that they may not recover from in this life, it does not mean that they cannot repent and repair the damage in spirit paradise or prison. When married and sealed in the temple, it binds children and spouses together across generations despite the faltering of another. The prophet Joseph Smith declared, and he never taught more comforting doctrine, that the eternal sealings of faithful parents and the divine promises made to them for valiant service in the cause of truth would save not only themselves but likewise their posterity. Though some of the sheep may wander, the eye of the shepherd is upon them, and sooner or later they will feel the tentacles of divine providence reaching out after them and drawing them back to the fold. Either in this life or the life to come they will return. They will have to pay their debt to justice, they will have to suffer for their sins, and may tread a thorny path. But if it leads them at last, like the penitent prodigal, to a loving and forgiving father's heart and home, the painful experience will not have been in vain. Pray for your careless and disobedient children. Hold on to them with your faith, hope on, trust on, till you see the salvation of God. Children who are born from parents sealed in the temple or in the covenant have blessings of the gospel beyond those who are not born to those parents. This does not mean that children can't receive it later or those blessings later, but those who are born into it already have the blessings. They may receive greater guidance, protection, and greater inspiration from the Lord. Nothing can separate the special bond except spiritual death or unpardonable sins. Temples help prepare people to meet God. Although we are taught that the afterlife has the ability to heal from the mortal decisions and wounds of life, we were sent to earth to learn how to become more godly and wise. We were to be tested and tried so we can learn how to make good choices like unto a god or goddess. Before coming to earth, we all lived with God as brothers and sisters. God's ultimate goal is to help his children become like him. To have the power and attainment God has, we need to obtain a mortal body and make decisions with that body. This was a great responsibility that God gave his children and trusted us with our own bodies and the lives/bodies of others. Temples help remind us of these covenants to guide what is right versus what is wrong. How we treat our body and other people's body demonstrates accountability and respect. Overall, children of parents who are sealed in the covenant will have special blessings throughout life, even if they do not follow the gospel. Temples bind families together across generations. For children born in the covenant, the only way to get rid of its blessing is to commit an unpardonable sin or have spiritual death, and we came to earth to learn how to become like God.
I go a little crazy sometimes. Can you believe it? Yeah, I swear I'm fine, that I'm alright when I'm barely breathing. Thought I could find my way back home, but I get lost